Hello and welcome to episode 9 of Mostly Average Gamers delve into Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frostmaiden. Today we find our party beaten and bruised off their near lethal encounter with Sephek Kaltro and their first run-in with Oral the Frostmaiden. And it also seems that someone has been looking for Q, but we will get to that soon enough. Before we keep going, though, I want to thank everybody for watching. If you have been with us from the beginning, or if you're just catching up, thank you for being here. We have a ton of fun playing this and making this, and if you're enjoying any of it, please give the video a like, leave a comment, subscribe. Every bit helps as we're starting out with some of this longer form content like this. And now, on with the show.
How much, do you record this pre-stuff?
Oh, yeah, man.
Are we live? Oh, man.
Oh, my God. Well, I see it. I saw it. All right. So, can we get a recap of last time from Rinaldi's point of view?
Hey, what did she roll?
She rolled a 6.
Hell yeah.
Dear God.
I
Okay.
willed it into existence, and so it shall be.
So, there were the adventurers. They were a little worn, a little weary from their travels. They come in to this locale, and they are told by a friend that they made earlier that the one, the only, Sephek Kaltro had been in the area, and their old friend, Billiam, had been taken. And so the adventurers set out to go and avenge their friend Billy, even though they didn't know if he was dead yet. And they went onto the ice to go and pursue him. But before they started to really try and protect their friend, they were too late. They saw him be killed, and it was tragic, and everyone was sad. And from there, Vom started acting weird. Just a little cranky. Maybe he was hungry. Nobody knows quite yet. I don't think. Do we know yet? No. Nobody knows quite yet
He was hungry.
what the deal was. And he just starts whacking people like he's in a gang or something. And all of the friends have to gather together and figure out what the heck's going on. They start to fight Sephek, but Sephek is undead, we think. And so he was a hard guy to beat, let me tell you. And then, we got the axe out of Vom's hands, and all of a sudden he was our friend again. We were able to defeat one bad guy, only to find that there was yet another bad lady just waiting ahead of us. And then Rinaldi showed the goddess her butt, and that's where we leave our adventurers. Did it work?
I'm glad you got it, because I forgot it, the mooning.
I honestly forgot all about the mooning.
Oh,
And I don't know how.
that was beautiful. I have no notes.
No notes?
No
No
notes. So you all find yourselves, the fury and fervor of the battle has finally kind of died down, and in the rushing wind where you all saw the Frostmaiden before you, it is now left a bone-chilling cold as the snow just falls lightly on the frozen bay that you all stand upon. You see the battered, burnt, and massacred husk that was Sephek Kaltro, as well as off ahead of you the broken body of Billy.
Billy.
But it is late, and battle has hit you all rather hard. What would you like to do?
I would take a nap.
Who did I hit the hardest?
Q. You hit Q for like 16 damage.
Yeah.
Like 2/3 of his health.
My human form was not looking good, but my bear form, we got it's like a cat. I've got 9 lives.
Raggedy lumberjack bear.
Are you still a bear right now?
I'm gonna say no.
Tail, that is.
That you killed in bear form, but you probably came out of it once.
Yeah. If it'd probably be ending soon anyways.
I'm gonna go up to you and sorry, friend. And I'm gonna heal you for 16.
Nice.
Oh.
Thank you, Vom. I know that you didn't mean it, and I'm sorry for hurting you back. I had a pretty nice attack of opportunity because I was a little frustrated at the time, but I think because we're such good friends, we can get through it and move past it.
I believe we can.
Poggers.
Is there anything else you want to do before you start to head in? Said another way, are you leaving the bodies out here?
Is there any? Can I look at? Well, so the body, is there a body, or
there? Why don't
did you just kind of turn into like magical dust or whatever?
You like ripped his head off, I'm pretty sure. And from that point, you saw like this ghostly spirit type thing erupt out of him. But you guys haven't really taken a look at the body. There is like his clothes and stuff like on the ground. And then there's Billy's body like another 20 feet away.
I'm going to look at the body.
Yeah, roll me investigation.
All right.
Yeah, you see it is almost like it was just skin. And with him gone, there's skin and bones, like skin wrapped around bones that where,
this is like a normal dude.
Yeah, he was seemingly at some point a normal guy, but like there's no muscle, there's no organs, there's just bones and flesh. And his you see, in his hand was his icy dagger. As it just kind of lays on the ground, on the ice.
I take his dagger. I 100% take his dagger.
Cool. Make me a con save real quick.
Con?
Constitution save.
Ooh, 19.
It is cold as fuck, man. It's so cold. It's like so cold.
I have cold resistance. I'm a Goliath of the mountains, so
And so you recognize then that it is like really cold, and probably not many other people could really wield it. But you've got it. You've got an ice dagger.
I do a little like kind of spinny little trick with it, like hoo yeah, and then I put it in. Does it have a sheath? I put it in the sheath.
It didn't have a sheath because remember he just like made it appear out of nothing.
True.
He's an ice bender.
He is an ice bender.
Was.
What type of dagger would this be?
I will send you a thing.
Okay.
With it. Anything that anybody else is going to do?
This was Sephek's body, right?
Yep.
Have we checked on Billy?
You have not.
Okay. I
believe
would like
he's
to
super
go...
dead.
Well, yeah, but if there's a body that we can bring back so we can have a proper burial, that would probably be ideal.
True.
But also, I would like to just make sure he is, in fact, dead, because if he's not, then that would be the worst.
Sorry, you're going to check on his body?
Yeah.
Cool. Roll me investigation.
Ooh. Have a feeling. Can I tell if he's dead?
It
For
is.
sure.
You're like almost overcome with what you can see. There's the flesh from like his shoulders, like right around his shoulders, is just blackened with frostbite, and you see scattered around is just like a powder of frozen blood and brain matter. As you can see, he froze the top of Billy and knocked him over, and he shattered like a glass sculpture.
All right, so that's a hell no.
Yeah, he's very dead.
And that's like a very gruesome way to go. So we're just gonna not mention to anybody what that looked like.
You dead, hero.
Q, I have to make the item that I'm...
It's fine.
But I sent you what it is. So you're just going to leave the bodies out there? Everything else?
Good.
All right. So heading back...
Go ice fishing?
You could.
Well, do we need food?
Wait, what?
Do we want to go ice fishing?
I didn't. I just heard we were gonna get food, and it's like there's only dead people here.
All right, well, we can go back. I don't have a fishing rod, so maybe I was just being hopeful.
Targos is a fishing town, as you would know. They are famous for, before the Rime of the Frostmaiden, they were a great knucklehead trout fishing town. Knucklehead trout are famous for their ivory-like skulls. People will craft things out of them. Anywho, we're going to head back into town. All right.
Yes.
So you leave the bodies out on the bay, and you head back in. You grab your axe beaks, your chuckaboos, and head on in There was the Luskan Arms inn and tavern that you'd been to that you guys had visited before. You could probably expect to find a room or a few rooms there if you wanted.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Great.
That sounds like the move.
All right, so you all arrive back in the Luskan Arms, and you see the old wood. You can see in the faint lamplight the shimmer of the paint that you might have missed before. That you could see it actually had a little bit of reflection in it. There some of the details of the woodwork in the doors and on the walls was old gold. Kind of reminds you of a time where this might have been a truly nice establishment. And as you open the door inside, you feel the floor almost sinks with the weight of every fisherman, miner, and adventurer and 10-towner who's ever stepped foot inside this storied saloon. You walk in, you see it's a relatively quiet night. A few patrons, playing cards over a couple drinks. In the back, there's a man with a goatee and dark hair with some signs of salt along the temples, poring over a large ledger, seated with a tiefling in armor. And you see the proprietor standing at the bar.
Oh, hello there. Good to see you all again. I'll be honest, when I saw you with that old, crazy wizard-looking man, I didn't think I would really see you all again. I'd heard rumors of adventurers that worked for him. I feared it might have been you all. I'm glad it's not. Come, take a seat.
Okay.
I sit down.
I'll take a seat.
I walk over and sit down.
So he pulls out 4 steins.
Well, it's an especially cold night. Oral must be in some type of foul mood. Here.
And he pours. You can see it's the pitcher is steaming. He pours 4 steins of warm cider.
I drink my cider.
Great.
So good.
Exact same thing.
That's great.
Yeah.
It's spiced. It's a little sweet. It's good
Cider
stuff.
is very underrated beverage.
Yeah.
Does Vom not drink his cider?
This is
I
great
do.
cider. Thank you.
Louis climbs up on the ledge and takes a sip.
You see Owen, the barkeep, kind of gives a look down at the mouse on the bar. And he looks up at you. He looks down again. He looks up at you again.
Louis not on the bar. He has table manners.
Oh,
So he's actually climbed up onto my arm so that he's not grossing other people out.
I asked the bartender if he has a shot glass.
oh. And he pulls out what would be a low ball tumbler.
Okay. I
He's like-
pour some of my cider into that, and then I give it to my Schwinga.
Oh yeah, the Schwinga. So Schwinga kind of pops up behind you, and the barkeep's visibly excited. Oh my goodness, where did you get this little fella?
This guy's my best friend.
Schwinga kind of chirps a little and gives a little bow.
Wait a minute.
Look at him. Look
I
at him.
thought Vom was your best friend.
Mom is my best friend.
Slightly offended.
The Tringa looks up at Vom and looks back at you. And looks back at Vom and looks back at you. He just kind of... It doesn't really have eyes. It's almost got more like a mask for a face. But you can tell it's kind of staring at you like... I'm watching you, man.
I just like start making funny faces to the Schwinga.
Oh, everything's forgiven and forgotten again. And he's dancing and he's having a nice time.
Good.
So, it's a late night. I imagine you all are looking for some rooms.
Yeah, I'm
Yes,
trying to go to
please.
bed.
Well, I've got a nice suite upstairs I can give for 2 gold piece for the lot of you. 4 rooms, plenty of space, a washroom for you all to wash up. And you can count the drinks a part of your deal.
Awesome. Can I get another one?
That'll be a copper piece.
Okay. How much is the room?
2 gold
2 gold.
2 gold.
for all of you.
Oh, okay.
He's definitely cutting you a deal. You can tell he's kind of like, oh shit, I thought you were dead.
Who wants to pay him 2 gold?
I don't have any money because I got robbed.
That's right. Here, I'll pay.
I kind of forgot that's why you were poor.
Steve.
Great.
Damn. He had some of Mom's money too.
He did.
Yeah.
So he
Doesn't care.
hands you a key, and he says,
Head upstairs and all the way down. The suite will take you right there. Anything else I can do for you?
What was that one lady's name?
the one that you followed here,
Yeah.
her name was Torga Icevein.
Was she dead?
No, you just haven't seen her in a while. You haven't gone back and checked near like where her wagons were, but you can tell like you all were probably getting there right as they were about to leave. It seems like Sephek was trying to like take care of business with Billy before they all got back on the road.
Hey, do we need to go talk to that merchant who like was worried about Billy? Do we need to let him know what the deal is, or just gonna let him wonder? Okay.
Also, do we want to wait? I'm sorry if I missed the name here, but the Sephek's like technical boss.
Yep.
Like obviously the Frostmaiden was not it, but that's different. But who? Torga was the lady we spoke with. That was...
Yeah, Torga was the person that he
Okay.
was like a mercenary for.
So like, we should probably go ask people where we can find her, and then we can stab her with the ice knife.
Yeah.
Are you having this conversation at the bar?
Yes.
So with you all, you guys talking about Torga, Owen says, he just kind of passes by.
Oh, Torga. Oh, her camp left not too long ago. I think they're on their way to either Bryn Shander or who knows where else they might. I mean, they might be heading up to, checking the map, checking the direction they're going. They could have head to Bryn Shander or maybe Tourmaline. They haven't been up there in a while, from what I understand.
Do you guys want to go to bed and then head over to Benshander?
Yeah.
You all would know Tourmaline as being like kind of a mining town, just in, north of Targos, basically following the lake up towards the forest. Just so you know. All right, so you head in, taking your long rest.
Yep.
All
Yep.
right.
I already healed.
You're like, too late, already did it. All right, so you all head to sleep, and it finds you all quickly. And from there, most of you have a relatively uneventful night. So, as the party tucks in for a well-deserved night of sleep and relaxation and rest, Q's mind wanders to his job, to his career that has driven him to the far north. And as he falls asleep, he's awoken to the sound of on his window. And he looks over to see a small stone sitting on the windowsill. Let's see what he does. So you pick up this stone that was not there before, and you hear a voice in your head. Q, are you there?
It's Q. What's up?
Oh, yes. Q, this is W. We've been trying to get a hold of you. It's very hard to find our agents up in the frozen north. How are things?
I've been busy. Been super busy. Gone to a group of adventurers. We've been doing some stuff. I've got an in with the I don't have my notes on me.
There you go.
The Arcane Brotherhood. I got an in there. Long story. Tell you about it later.
The Brotherhood? Well, Q, we might need to go into this a little bit now. That's one of the reasons that I'm reaching out to you.
Oh, I'd love to hear that. What a coincidence. Yeah, so I've essentially stolen a ring from a wizard. Been reading up on the Arcane Brotherhood. And yeah, I've successfully impersonated being the wizard several times now. So
That is...
we got an in.
Well done,
You know I'm
Q.
the best.
Of course. Never had a doubt. However, I must say, that is remarkable. Do you know who the wizard was that you've absconded with his ring from? And will he be missing it?
He dead. Believe it
my.
was Dazam.
Dazan? That's a name that we actually have on our records here. We had heard that he was heading up to the north. To know that
Yeah,
he's
he
already
is.
there.
Yeah, he was crucified a bit.
My
He's
God.
he's as crucified as you can possibly be.
Oh, well, rest his soul, but we had heard some awful business. It sounds like he had enlisted some adventurers to search out some sort of buried tower out in the tundra or something. And it seems like the party that he enlisted never quite made it back. Suspicions are that he offed them to hide the location.
Oh, really? Do you know where the location is?
Oh, yes. I can mark it on your map. And you can pull out a map, and
you basically get like a ping in your mind of like where it is, and I'll mark it for you in a bit.
Nice. Okay. Sweet. What kind of treasure was he after? Do you know?
From what we understand, well, the Arcane Brotherhood, as you may remember, is part magical cult, part scientific rogue group. We're not quite sure if their doings here in Icewind Dale are necessarily scientific or of more nefarious nature. It's possible that this group came up here to somehow take advantage of the never-ending winter that you're all experiencing. Or simply they're trying to figure out what is causing it. I couldn't quite tell you, but it's something we'd best be on the lookout for, especially since Dazan seems to have made a bit of a ruckus for himself.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, there are 3 others that were traveling with him. So best be on the lookout.
3 other members with Dazan?
That's what we've heard.
Okay. They're also members of the Brotherhood?
Yes, 2 humans and a tiefling.
2 humans and tiefling. Well, the group I'm with, I think if we run into them, we can take care of it.
No, be careful. Is there anything else that you might need any assistance with? We've been trying to keep as much information as we can up to date, but as of right now, it appears that you are our boots on the ground, as they say.
I think I'm good. Let me double check. I don't think there's anything that I need.
Well,
I need money.
money. Well, all right. Give us a moment, and we'll have an arrangement, a package sent for you.
Perfect.
Additionally, just a couple of things to keep in mind, just things we've seen. Obviously, we've touched on the Brotherhood. The Zentarim, we try to keep a tab on them as best we can, but we have no real reason to believe that the Zentarim and the Brotherhood are working together. However, we do believe there is some influence in the political fabric of Icewind Dale as of right now. Possibly some sort of racketeering or shakedown way of trying to allocate power and raise money. But as of right now, we're not quite sure what they're trying to do, but the scarcity of food and otherwise is pulling out the worst in people from what we've seen, and the Zentarim are already the worst as is.
They do be the worst.
True.
Do you have any? I guess, do you have any idea if there's like any significant Zentarim leaders or players in any of the 10 towns?
I don't know for sure, but what we've heard is that at least one of the speakers of the 10 towns is a Zentarim agent. But I do not know which one it is. So I recommend, if you're trying to help search that out, you might need to visit around to some of the other towns and find a reason to meet with the speakers.
Nice. Okay.
And finally, this is more of a footnote. I doubt it will really make much of a difference, but we've heard some rumblings from some of our drow agents in the Underdark that the Duragar king, the dark dwarves, there's rumors that he's gone a bit mad and is setting up a fortress on the surface. We've no idea why he would do this, and we believe it has something to do with that rare metal known as Shadowlin, native to the Icewind Dale region. Not quite sure if it's going to be a substantial problem of any sort, but
perhaps something to keep an eye on and keep an ear out for.
Do you know where the fortress is?
We've heard somewhere in the mountains off to the south. Southeast, from what we understand. Closer to the spine of the world that separates Icewind Dale from the rest of Faerun and the Forgotten Realms.
And then what was the middle that you mentioned?
Come again?
Oh, sorry. What was the metal?
Oh, so it's a dark, almost looks like glass or ice, but it's a black metal known as Charlatan. It's known to have some dark magical properties, but at this point, some of its origins are more like fairy tales and folklore. But we do know it has magical functions and purposes.
And what was it called?
Chardalyn, Chardalyn.
Chardalyn. Cool. Sick. This is super helpful. You guys are the best.
Of course. And if you open the window just about now, I think we may have your package here for you.
Ooh.
And you see there's a big
You
snowy
shouldn't have, I say.
there's a big snowy owl with a small bundle just tied to its leg. A la Hedwig.
I take off the bundle and I look inside, revealing
There
dot,
are
dot.
4 platinum pieces.
Sheesh.
And do you have Roll20 up or D&D Beyond up?
I do.
Can you roll a D100 for me?
Yeah. 62.
62. And there is a small vial with a kind of dark, metallic-looking, syrupy liquid inside of it. And you hear the voice in your head. Well, Q, that is a potion of invulnerability. Might be able to help get you out of a jam for a bit. You'll have resistance to all damages for about a minute. So,
Nice.
be careful.
You guys are the best.
Well, we do our best. Best of luck out there. Good luck, Agent Q.
You got it. Thanks, guys.
And the all of a sudden the rock feels inert again. It feels as if whatever connection was there is gone, and it looks as if it is just a regular stone. But
I slipped the stone into my pocket because you never know when you might need a stone.
Never know. And then you all wake up, and you are level 4, and you have healed up, and you find it's probably about 9 in the morning. It was late. Unless you went out of your way to get up early, that fight took a bit out of you. So you're 9 o'clock, you can hear the beginnings of things starting to get settled and get ready in downstairs at the Loxodon Arms.
Who did not have a good night?
Oh, they know.
Okay.
So what are you going to do?
I would like breakfast. Do we want to eat?
I
as a
turned to
group?
Vom and just give him that face like,
I go up to Owen.
Oh,
So you got any Does he have any oats?
Oats. Oh, we've got a fresh bags. A couple fresh bags. We've been,
And you can see he kind of like ushers back to the to the kitchen, and there's like a big pot with just like oatmeal going.
Ooh.
It's like very basic.
I'm gonna rummage through looking for any berries, brown sugar, maybe honey.
Oh, they definitely have honey. You see the honey is in a nice jar, labeled Honeymead Meadery, authentic honey. And you see that the jar has dinosaurs all over it. You find.
Is that from Schultz?
Who are you asking? Me?
Yeah.
You have to go to Honeymead and find out.
Mm.
It is a town, and you would know it's a town in 10 towns. It is one of said 10 towns.
Okay. And what else is there?
There's some like frozen strawberries that like they're like freeze. They almost look like they're like freeze dried. They're in like a special box in the back. There's a bunch of blueberries.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna get 4 bowls, ladle in some oatmeal, and then kind of like dish up these berries, kind of make like a little flour like blueberry, and then like surrounded by strawberries. Like
So
do a couple of those, and then like get the honey and kind of like do a little drizzle like it's olive oil on top, and then bring that out to the fam.
Dude, table talk. I had that yesterday. So good.
Like exactly like strawberries and blueberries.
Literally just like that. From Highland Bakery, like 2 minutes walk that way.
That's
So
awesome.
good.
That's awesome. All right, so you come out 4 bowls, and Owen looks and he's like,
why does it never look that good when I make it? Oh well.
Because you don't make it with love.
It's the continental. It's fine. It's included.
and he you guys sit down, and it's great.
Speak for yourself. I have not sat down before I am already asking Vom if I can have another bowl.
Incredible.
Oh yeah,
Yo.
I go make another.
He said, "Hell yeah," not Elliot.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
I had to think about it. Yeah.
Is there an oven back there too?
Yeah, there is.
All right, so I'm gonna take some of that oatmeal, kind of portion it out with like a cookie scooper, and try and put it in there. And then this is snacks. These are my snacks for later.
It's your chef
balls.
snacks.
Yeah.
Hi.
They're treats.
I bet you could find some raisins back there.
Shove those in there too.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, and like.
Oh, is there any granola?
Granola? Yeah, probably. Sure. Why not?
Oh yeah, I put that on Rinaldi's second. He's like, "Oh, I found this," and I like crumple it up, and it's like there's gonna be some granola
Thank
on
you.
there.
So you all are well fed. The smell of oatmeal cookies is kind of like filling the tavern, and Owen.
Can you make a small bowl for my Schwinga? He loves food.
Do that. Find the tiniest bowl and make the tiniest meal for him.
It's a little tiny meal.
My Schwinga is so happy.
Yep, he's chirping and dancing. He's having a great time.
He's always having a good time.
I turn to Owen. If you have a chance to buy bananas, please do so.
But bananas. We haven't. My large pachyderm friend, I have not seen a banana that's made it safely to the Dale in years.
Well, just in case.
Well, I'll keep it in mind. Hopefully after this cursed winter, we'll be able to feast on some of those summer fruits.
He says that, and he kind of like looks off towards a painting of this like beautiful cityscape on a cliff with the bay beneath it is just filled with sails of all sorts of shapes and colors. And you see he just kind of like leans onto the bar and like stares at it for a while. But beyond that, so where are you guys going? You're fed? What's next?
That's a great question. What is that?
Do I have the other map?
Of like
The
whole-
larger.
Yep. Here, I'm pulling you guys to it right
Okay.
now.
So they were saying Brinshander or Tourmaline. Where are we right now? Are we in Targos?
You are in Targos.
So where do y'all want to, assuming that you want to try and find little Miss Icevein, do you want to try going to Brinshander first? Do you want to try going to Tourmaline first? I'm thinking Brinshander is closer, but we would have to backtrack if she did not go that way.
We don't have any info on where.
Yeah, do you guys want to ask around town before we try and set out anywhere?
Let's go to Tourmaline.
Hashtag new town, new quests.
New town, new quest. That's what we say.
Because you guys totally don't have a backlog of those. What?
We have like one backlog quest,
Yeah, we don't have anything else.
and we never accepted it.
Fair. You guys did finally complete your starter quest.
Oh yeah.
Your pre-chapter 1 quest.
Those that you said we wouldn't have been able to do if we hadn't leveled up by doing other stuff.
I don't disagree with you.
So I don't want to hear it.
So I'll point out that that purple dot on the map that you've all seen. Oh, I don't realize I know this over here. That purple dot on the map, like north of the forest, it was pointed out to you by Copper Knobberknocker as the place where he thought his friend was studying a bunch of arcane knickknacks and doodads. And also might be able potentially to be someone who could talk to Perrin about his condition.
Ooh, that reminds me. We still got to look for the missing fisherman. Right? That's another thing.
The missing fishermen were in East Haven, and then there's the missing adventurers
Calvin's Cairn.
at Calvin's Cairn. Yeah.
Yep.
So you guys got a couple things going on.
Hey guys, see on the map where like before Kellen's Cairn, there's a little valley. It's definitely not a trap. We should definitely go there.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What? No. Totally not. I would never. So heading north to Tourmaline?
Yeah.
Sweet. So you all head on out of town. Any stops along the way, or you're just heading straight on over, hopping on your chocoboos?
We go.
Chocobos.
Chocobos. Flavor Flav. What? Alright. Let me just double check. Blah. Alright. it'll be about a 2-hour trek for you
Are we
all.
setting our GPS?
Hmm?
Are we setting our GPS?
Yep, you're setting your
It says 1 hour and 58 minutes.
Yep, roughly.
Okay. Is there any
And-
traffic on the way?
Oh, let's find out. There might be. Oh. Let's see. All right. So you all head out, and the comment that the comment that Owen made as you all came in last night, that the Frostmaiden must be in a foul mood, seems to feel pertinent as you step out, and it is a just blistering cold, with the wind feeling like it's biting through all of your winter clothes. Even Vom's padded elephant feet feel cold through
because
this
I'm
kind of
moon
biting
bear.
snow. Yeah. You know, Q, you would even feel like, you know, being a bit more of a southern Goliath, you haven't seen that many true blizzards like this, but this is quite intense, and it makes it a little bit tough as you guys head along. But there's the trail along from Targos to Tourmaline is pretty well established. So I would just like, you know, each of you to make a survival check along the way here, just to make sure that like everything just goes great.
I have a feeling if you have to make sure everything goes great, that it might not go great here.
So through the wilderness, you all see a large creature kind of along the side of the road that starts to lumber into view. And it is, well, it looks like this.
Kinda cute.
And
Kind of cute, but it's also kind of savage.
Yeah.
it kind of it is just like boom, sitting in the middle of the road.
Just sitting there.
Yep, it looks. You saw it kind of walk out there, and it's kind of looking around, and it just kind of goes.
You're telling me there's a Snorlax in the road.
I was gonna say it's a Snorlax.
That's
Literally a
exactly what this
Snorlax.
is.
The road is big enough you could try and just go around it if you wanted.
Have I seen one of these before?
You totally have. These are snowy owlbears, man.
Would I know if they are docile creatures or if we should avoid it?
They are. Let me just double check that I'm not making this up. But you know how to deal with them because they are.
So sweet.
They're
They're
just-
so sweet.
they're
That's
just-
what he was going to
Yeah,
say.
they're just the best. You know, they're just so nice.
Just a little sweetie.
They're only defensive when they are basically sleeping and they get woken up, or if they're like protecting their young. Otherwise, they're not going to go out of their way to fight you.
We should totally just ignore it. and go away. Walk around.
As long as you don't put off any sort of threatening features.
Yeah, we need to walk slowly and keep an eye out for tiny little baby snowy owl bears.
Yeah. Why don't you... Rinaldi and Vom make animal handling checks or perception checks, whichever one's higher.
Oh. And perception?
Or perception, whichever one's higher.
Oh.
Oh,
I'll use the perception check. I'd say you notice it looks like it is alone. It looks like it might be hungry. You see it's kind of looks, you can see its ribs a little.
do I have any of my deer meat left?
Probably.
I'm gonna try and get its attention.
It's not hard to do. You're big, it's big.
Yeah, I take the biggest chunk of meat and I just toss it in like the opposite direction of us, or like a right angle. I don't want it to charge past us.
Yeah, it sees the meat go, and it just like thunders off into the snow, and you see it's just tearing at this meat.
Hey guys, we should go.
I scurry forward. I
I-
don't quite run because it's still hard to move, but
Yep. So you all
fast as possible.
scurry along, and beyond that, there's no real excitement until you reach Tourmaline.
Amazing.
Wild. So you reach Tourmaline. It is... Let me pull up the Tourmaline map. Dun, 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 dun. So you all come up, and along the side of Mare Dualden, which is that large lake that Targos kind of came up to, you see just a picturesque little town, surrounded by tall pines. The buildings, as you start to walk through, you see they're all rather ornately and delicately, they've got carving and art kind of put into them of, wizards and tigers and genies. And it's beautiful. But as you kind of step through from past, one line of houses to the next, you feel the wind just bite through as it seems to almost pick up speed through the alleyways. And you're reminded again that it is really cold, and it is also really lonely. This place looks beautiful, but you haven't seen anybody yet.
Speaking of lonely, I sidle on up to Q, hoping he'll look at me. Is nothing happening?
Am I looking at you? And I don't know where you're. I'm looking at your picture in Discord. Like, how are you arranging this?
She's to your. Turn the other way.
Other way.
That way. There you go.
Am I looking at
other way.
Yeah.
Other way. Turn it. There we go. There you go.
Yeah. Hey.
All right, girl.
Hey.
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I don't know. I'll give her a kiss or something. I don't know. Whatever.
Whoa.
I don't even want it anymore. It's fine.
Wow. Can you roll a dex check?
Yeah. I would like to swerve
Yeah, sure. Yeah, Q, roll an attack roll.
An attack roll.
It's like a melee
Like-
attack roll. Just like
Like an unarmed strike.
yeah, perfect.
Don't unarmed strike me.
What's your AC, Morgan?
14.
Ooh, yeah, that hits. Yep, he gets you right on the cheek.
I fall to the ground. And I would like to stay here until people start moving.
So you walk.
I give her another kiss on the ground.
Ugh,
Oh,
I roll.
Can
Covered in snow at this point.
I just step over her and continue moving.
so you come across a tavern, as all good places have. And you've gone pretty deep through the city. Through the town. You really haven't seen a whole lot. What you would see, actually, is docks with actual water, with actual boats sitting on actual water.
wow.
You can see a few fishermen pulling up nets, and you can feel the wind comes in quick and hard, but you can smell the fresh water off of the lake and hear some of the sounds of the men at work. So you all kind of keep on heading through, and you find yourselves. Where would you like to go when you're in here? There's an inn.
What
Or
was the
two.
Tabernacle guy's name? Wasn't that here?
Copper and Abernacker did point out to you that he had a friend that was around here.
Like in town?
He said he was near here.
Do we have his name?
His name is Macredius. Or Macredus.
Oh, I wrote that down.
Yep.
Oh no, he's in Lonelywood.
Yeah, so he's north of these
He's
woods.
north of the town. Okay. I think we should do what we do when we get to most places and go find like an inn or some place like a social center where we can go talk to somebody. Figure out what's what around here.
Hell yeah.
All right. So you head along. There is some of the first people you've really seen kind of walking around. You see them kind of milling about a quaint wooden building with a sign that says the East Side. And from the outside, it looks like it's a bunch of separate houses, but what you can see is it seems like they've been somehow connected together. And as you walk inside, you see there's almost clear divides in the building where they must have knocked down walls and put up new sidings and things in order to connect multiple houses together into this inn. And you see a young woman, kind of a wispy teenager, really, walking around with an apron and seems like busying herself and humming a song as she works.
Hey, Shawty, you got a quest for us?
Hey, girl, what your name is?
Oh,
hello. Sorry, I've been a bit preoccupied. You are interesting lot. My name is Marta. Marta Peswick.
Marta? Are you known around here for being like not really that reliable, but kind of the only thing that people have to go to?
Well, I am my father's only daughter.
What?
And I do take care of him. This was his inn before he got sick. So I guess I am the only thing. What can I do for you?
I'm trying to get to Buckhead. Do I take the red line? Do I?
He means Lonelywood. We're trying to go north to Lonelywood.
Oh, trying to get to Lonelywood.
You don't get. You know anyone by the name of Macretius? Has a belt buckle that says BAMF on it.
Macretus. That name sounds familiar. A little gnome, perhaps?
Yeah.
With a cowboy hat, red scarf.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about the...
He said to meet him at noon.
I don't know if I know exactly him, but I do know a gnome by that name. He lived in the woods just north. In a cab. I know he was working around a cabin around there, but not many people have really gone to visit him up there.
Is it haunted?
It's
Way too slow of an answer.
not necessarily haunted.
Yeah, okay.
It was built many years ago, probably almost before Tourmaline was, but it was built by a ranger of the far north, and has since been a bit of a refuge for adventurers and those traveling in the frozen tundra. I know he wanted to get a bit outside of civilization, which feels a bit laughable here in the Dale. But he had some very specific experiments he said he was doing. Said he wanted to end the winter. Who knows? But
We might be selling our house sometime. And when we do, on the listing, I'm just going to say that our house is not necessarily haunted.
I would say it's not haunted, but it may yet be a haunt for many adventurers. I'm sure if that cabin could tell stories, the things it's seen is incredible.
So is it just dead north of here?
Yes, it's just through the woods.
Does anyone ever go there that often?
Not really. I haven't seen him in quite some time, really. So
Is there anyone in town that might know the guy? Anyone?
I don't necessarily. Well, Leader Mastew did help him briefly.
Who?
The town, the speaker, Oris Mastew. He was the speaker, and he had to try and make a lot of deals. It was a very close election, so he's not necessarily very well liked, but I know.
Did he steal it?
I wouldn't say he stole it, but he definitely had a tight election.
Not
He's
necessarily a thief.
he's a nice man.
Yeah, they're always nice until they're thieves.
Oh,
I don't know what to say. It's
Where can we find him?
oh well. Actually, and she kind of points over to a table, and she says, "Oh, he just came in for lunch. Would you like something to eat? We've got some great chowder."
I feel
honestly,
like just ate, right?
2
Oh,
That
hours
was
ago.
Yeah,
2
feel
whole
like-
hours ago.
I was a two.
Second breakfast time, dude.
Oh yeah, it's like 11
Yeah.
o'clock. It's like 11 o'clock now.
yeah, I'm totally down for a little.
So
bit
this
of
guy's
grub.
like this guy's definitely having an early lunch, but y'all could probably do it. Y'all could manage.
I can manage.
So you all gonna go over sit down with him?
Yeah.
Oh, hello. And you all must be new in town. It's nice to meet you. My name is Horace Matthew, Speaker of Tourmaline. How can I help you?
We're new in town. You know, we just sort of got here. It's really pretty.
Oh,
It's nice
thank
to see
you.
some water. But I'm personally looking for a guy named Macretus up in Lonelywood, and then we also wanted to know just a little bit more about the place and, you know, any strange going-ons with the crazy winter.
Well, if you know anything about this crazy winter, you be sure to tell me. It's been years now. But, alas, Macretus. Is that strange little gnome said he wanted to do some experiments out in the woods?
I'm not about to go say that he's strange, but I've been told that he can give me some information. So,
Well, he's an interesting fellow from the bit of time I met with him, but technically a registered citizen of late of Tourmaline and a valued voter. But no, he's I haven't seen him in quite some time. But he is, last I heard, he headed north to the Black Cabin.
should we be worried about anything going over there? Anything when we get there? We'd like have to do a secret knock or anything?
Oh, it's kind of a... From what I hear from the rangers around here, it's a bit of a... There's old wives' tales that it's, older than 10 towns itself, or, has the spirits of past adventurers that reside in it, but in reality it's really just an old cabin that is sort of a... I got lost, and this is the place where I'm going to settle down, and because I couldn't make it all the way back to civilization, if you understand what I mean.
Sure.
But you all look able-bodied and like a good group. What have you been up to? You seem like you've seen some bit of adventure. I'm always good for a story.
I'm not much of a storyteller, so I will defer.
Vom, do you have your hood up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I like? I wanna see if I notice any like suspicious, like patches or rings or anything on his person.
Yeah,
that
roll
would
me
identify him.
roll me perception. What you can see is he's sharply dressed, has a couple rings. You know, he has a signet ring with a small symbol of a fish on it. But otherwise, you don't see any sort of patches, marks, anything otherwise distinguishing. You would notice too that some of the other he has a couple other rings with some like rose pink gems on it.
Okay.
Yeah. So you yeah.
Yeah, no, we can do you guys want to tell them about what we've been up to?
I already did a recap today.
Oh, sweetie, you're so vocal.
Oh, I haven't heard.
Will you tell the group?
Hello, ma'am.
Will you tell the group? Oh,
Is she looking for me?
she might be.
I won't
She's
make anybody
right
do
there.
do the full recap, but is anybody going to?
I said
Tell
I
your
wasn't a great
adventures.
storyteller and deferred to the group.
Or are you all keeping
Taryn
tight
Taryn
lips
gave the
with this
answer.
guy?
We killed an ice soldier assassin.
Come again.
Oh
I
God,
mooned
sorry.
God.
My,
It's been a rough couple of days.
I'm sorry. Well, Jesus, I feel bad almost even thinking about asking for any help that we were dealing with, but our minds have been overtaken of late. But I'm sure you all are rather worked out on this type of adventuring work. But
Mine's past Lonelywood or what?
they are just to the. Let me double check. It's the east. I believe it's east. It's just to the east, right outside of town. You all probably would have, like, actually on your way in seen kind of like an off-road that said like mine and with like a big arrow pointing that way. And then it said Tourmaline going this way.
Well, I have a burning desire, so to speak, to go to Lonelywood. So that is my priority, but I am here to adventure with my friends and Vom. Just kidding, Vom, I love you.
I'm prepared to go straight to Lonelywood too.
Well, if you find yourselves out there and you understand what's going on, allegedly, I can't tell you for sure, but according to the men at the Blue Clam, there's well, the miners all say that they were overtaken by kobolds, which I keep telling them has not happened in this part of the world in probably hundreds of years. But alas, they say that they were overtaken by kobolds. If you see any sort of information, you find anything out,
your information and your help would be rewarded.
Yeah, man, we'll keep a lookout.
Oh, I appreciate
Thanks
it.
for the heads up.
Well, be safe. Best of luck. Hope
What's
you...
our reward? What is our reward?
Oh, looking for the reward. Well, we do specialize in gems. So I can tell you that at least part of your reward would be in that sort of financial sense.
Yeah, I'll get robbed.
It is, would be only fitting for you to help get, if you were to help free up our gem mines, we could, give you a few gems of your own. And he kind of, like, brings his hands up and you see, like, the glint of these, like, pink, glimmering gems on his hands.
What are those gems?
Oh, these are tourmaline. That is what our town was named for. They are the beautiful gems that we mine just outside the city. They helped bring this town to be what it is, to give it purpose. But you've all got to find your man. So, wish you the best.
I kind of rest my head on my fist as if to show my Arcane Brotherhood ring. If not, like, impossible to notice.
You're being like real obvious about it?
Yeah, but like chill. But like
So he looks at you. He says, I've seen that before. I think I read about it. Are you with the Arcane Brotherhood?
Some would say.
yeah.
We're not supposed
you got
to tell
me.
anyone.
I'm a bro.
Oh,
Narc bro.
Arc, bro.
I'm an arc bro.
I'm sorry. Is there anything I can do for you? I've never had a run-in with anyone from the Brotherhood before. Just heard stories.
Never.
You see, he's like visibly uncomfortable. Like, he was pretty jovial before, kind of like cutting it up a bit, and he is like giving you a bit of an oh shit face right now.
Nice going.
It's like, no, but what? I'm sure if you have business to attend to with Macretus, I'm sure you will find him to the north. You could either go through the woods or head up to Lonelywood. You never know what's going to happen in the woods, so it's your call, really.
I think we just go on.
I do apologize, but I must be going.
Shit. The Braves beat the Mets 20-2.
Is that the final score?
Yeah. Sorry.
Hey, the Braves are not allowed to win when the Hawks are playing, so this is fine. Because
Is it literally this is the rule for same day?
evidently, because last time it didn't work out,
Yeah.
but yesterday they got their teeth kicked in, and then we.
I
beat
just
the
didn't know
Bucks.
if the rule was just like that week or what. Or
No,
days
I think
to
it's a
day.
day thing. I think it's a day thing. We're not allowed to have too many good things here in Atlanta.
Anyways,
but yeah,
Lonelywood.
so he stands up and he's like holding his bowl, and he like puts down a silver piece and looks over to the girl whose name I forgot. Marta. He looks over to Marta. Marta, dear, I'll thank you again. It's always amazing, always delicious. I will see you around. And he like puts his bowl down on another table and then just heads out.
Well, I'm gonna get a drink, in real life. So,
Break time? Quick break. So, heading to Lonelywood. It appears you all have said, great, I have achieved my fast travel point. Now I keep moving. Fair enough?
that is fair enough.
Alright, I can live with that. It is not far for you to get to Lonelywood from here. On your axe beaks, it'll take you less than an hour.
Wow. Technology.
So you get there.
Do we ever have to feed them?
They kind of find their own food. Is the
Alright, cool. Good. Just want to make sure they're taken care of, you know?
Oh yeah, no, they're good. They're good. They're good. So you head to Lonelywood, and it is as you head up the coast, you find yourselves looking more and more like you're heading into the woods. And the road becomes shadowed by tall pine trees. And almost seemingly out of nowhere, you see a small, barn with some place for cattle. And a small main street opens up into what you believe must be Lonelywood, because it is so small. From the moment you reach the first building, it's probably about 1,000 feet to the water.
Nice. So we're looking for Macretus.
You walk through, and unlike other places you've been, you don't see anything that's clearly marked as an inn or a.
Does it look populated? Are people clearly here, or is like?
Probably in your first 5 minutes, you haven't seen anybody yet.
Or do the buildings look like dilapidated, or
no? They look taken care of. They're taken care of.
Okay, cool. Well, that's fine.
Are there any footprints?
Oh, there's a few.
Okay.
Okay.
By the time you get to around here,
Yeah.
you look and you see the lights are on in this building. And there's a small, paper sign pinned to the door. It says, Speaker Nimsy Huddle. Please knock.
So the speaker of the town, like the previous guy?
Yeah.
Alright. I do one of these, secret code knocks. Not knowing what it actually is, but just sort of guessing. Just like...
Oh, come in! Hold 1 moment! And the door opens up, and you all are pretty tall, even little guys like Perrin. And
I'm 6 feet tall!
And you almost miss it. And you look down, and you see a halfling. Dressed in kind of a hand-knit sweater. looking down. Oh, hello everyone. My name is Nimsy Huddle. I'm the speaker. It's so good to have visitors. We haven't had visitors in so long. Come on in. You're letting all the heat out. And she comes in, and the house is quaint. There are a few dusty chairs that look like they are regular person sized, but everything else is clearly built for a halfling. You know, the tables are low. You know, a lot of you are having to duck out of the way of chandeliers and
Can I fit?
lanterns.
I was gonna say, can I fit?
Oh, you fit. It's a regular sized building, but all of the like additions that seem to have been made were made with a halfling in mind. Like, it's a big building. It's just all the furniture is small, except for a few chairs.
I'm just gonna sit cross-legged.
Yeah, same.
You're still taller than her. She comes by, and the smell of freshly baked snickerdoodle cookies, a warm cinnamon,
Knickerdoodles.
fill the air, and she comes out, and she has little like snickerdoodle halfling shaped cookies that with little hats and little pointed shoes. And she says, "Oh, would you like to try some of my cookies?"
Am I taller than Perrin when I sit cross-legged too?
Grab.
No.
Dude,
No, are you sure?
get out of here, right? Like, go freaking
He's
turn
like
into a
the
mosquito
same
or something.
height as the halfling.
I'm literally a half elf.
Same
Yeah.
thing.
No,
Can
that's racist.
can Q shapeshift into a halfling? Because they're like tiny little creatures.
I think technically they have too high of a CR for him to transform into them.
I'd transform into a beaver.
Go for it, dude.
You're a beaver.
Right now. Right
I
now,
sit-
you transform.
So you do that, and she almost drops the tray of cookies. She's got like little oven mitts on. Oh, my, that's quite a clever trick you have there, son. Oh, that's so fun.
I just get up on our love seat and I'm just like, and I'm just a cute little beaver.
She hands you a cookie.
I start
Be
eating
careful
it like
with
an
him, he's
otter on my
not-
chest.
He's not potty trained when he's like this.
Oh, I'm sure he's just fine. Cookie?
Are you giving it to Perrin?
Yeah.
Oh, I take it. Then say thank you very much.
Oh,
This looks delicious.
You're welcome. Your mother raised a nice boy. You young lady, would you like a cookie?
I sit on my haunches like a dog.
And she kind of gives you a little look. She goes, and one for your little friend too.
Yes, please.
And hands like, it's clearly one that was like a kind of like a little bit of a mistake. So it's like a little bit. It's like the leftover dough. So it's like a little tiny cookie.
Yeah. Good.
My Schwinga is also on the love seat, and we're just like back to back, like power
band.
duo.
And you, big fella, would you like a cookie?
If you give me the receipt.
Oh, you bake too? We can exchange recipes later.
Cute.
I pull out a little oat ball and give it to her.
Oh. So she like
She's
trades. she like clears off space on the tray and like hands you like 3 cookies and then just like boom. She's like, I may need to go get a fork and knife. She comes back.
I'm gonna take the 3 cookies and like smash them together into a big cookie.
Yeah, they're warm. Yeah, like you could totally do it. Like they're just like they're just at that warm place where you could they're kind of gooey. So
Sounds amazing.
she comes back with like a quarter of a cookie, cut like a slice of pie, like on a little plate, and she's like, "So," she like plops down on her little chair. "What brings you to Lonelywood?"
There is a fellow by the name of Macretus
Oh,
who I am
Macretus.
on a little adventure to go see.
Oh, if I send you with a couple cookies for him, would you take them? I promised him that I would send him some. He really liked them.
I honestly will take whatever you want me to take over to him.
Oh, fantastic! I'll grab a couple for him. So yes, he's been staying at the Black Cabin. It's just off to the, just off, a little bit back the way you came. There's a little trail, just outside of town. It heads a little bit north into the woods, but you'll find it. You'll find it. You all look like you're swarthy types. Know what
Nice.
you're doing.
Swarthy, I like that. You're a dice lady.
Oh, thank you. There's not many of us up here, but we try to take care of the people that come.
That's good. I don't want to waste your time. I feel like we can get your cookies and take them over to our pal Macretus. Be on our way.
I do
Unless
want to
anyone
waste your
else here-
time. How far is Lonelywood from where were we just? What town?
You're picking the wrong definition of swarthy. From where you just were, an hour. From Lonelywood
Okay.
to Tourmaline, it's an hour.
Yeah.
Hour on Chuckaboo.
Why did you call us swarthy?
What is
Now
your
that I've-
opinion of the speaker in sorry, what's the town?
Tourmaline.
Tourmaline.
Oh, well, he seems like a nice guy. I've only met him at a couple of the town meetings. He liked the cookies. But nice, friendly guy.
Are there any do you meet with all the speakers in the town meetings?
Yeah, we'll have meetings where we all meet up and just kind of check on how things are going and what's going on in all the towns and make sure we're doing everything for 10 towns we need to. And,
Are any of the speakers suspicious or anything at all?
suspicious? Oh, I mean, Duvessa Shane is the head of the council, and I mean, she's a nice person, really does a good job, but their town is 12 times ours, so it's they've got a lot more going on. She's got a lot more things happening. Daneth Whalen is a good guy. He's the speaker from East Haven. I like him. If I had, I don't like to speak poorly about people, but I don't really know Nairth Max Lander. He's the speaker in Targos. I don't know him very well. He ate the cookies, didn't really have a whole lot to say, but he's always been a little bit more reserved. But he's got a big town too, second biggest to Bryn Shander, so they've got a lot going on. I'm sure he's just busy.
Table talk. Did we start our session in Targos?
You began the day in Targos, went to Tourmaline, and then went to Lonelywood.
Lonelywood.
Fuck. That's fine. Cool. Thanks for the information.
Oh, no, not a problem. Not a problem. So you mentioned needing to see Macretus and going out there. I will just say, I know that you all are strong-looking adventurers and some big fellas too. Looking at Vom like very much, have you pulled the hood down at all? Like, are you all hooded up still?
She wouldn't be able to see the top of his head. Let's be
But
honest.
she could see big, gigantic elephant ears. You're muted.
Fuck. And my 1.5 tusk.
So you're letting it all hang out.
Ugh.
Yeah, I agree with Morgan on that.
Ugh.
Like, what does that mean? Like, I can't hide my tusk. Like that.
No, but it allows. There is some semblance of, oh, maybe that's like a mouth tusk, like you're an orc or something.
No.
No,
This is an elephant tusk.
fair enough. She's like, yeah, there's certainly some big, strong-looking people around here, so I'm sure you'll be fine. Just be careful of the moose.
Meese?
The moose.
The moose.
There's
Plural?
No, just the one. Just the one.
The one moose.
There's been a little bit of a well, apparently some of our loggers have said they've been terrorized by a giant white moose.
Loggers?
Yes, the loggers.
A giant white moose. Hmm.
And as you say that, you see 4 little tiny creatures, little beings, scurry by, and they are all dressed in white, and one has a big like cardboard moose head, and you just hear moose. And she like turns around, she's like, "Kids, we have guests. Now is not the time." You see these like 4 kids are like dressed up in like a very elaborate like moose costume. But yes, there has been a moose problem.
Well,
You know
I've
what they
always wanted to
say?
try moose.
You know what they say? The only way to stop a bad moose is with a good moose.
That is what they always say.
That's what they say.
You know how you stop a cold, icy moose? With a fiery hot moose.
You set it on fire.
You set it on fire. You let it breathe some fire.
Well, good luck with that, I guess. Just be careful. You all seem nice. Let me grab that recipe card for you. And she like runs back inside, and the kids are like now like these kids are obnoxious a little bit. Like they've foregone the moose costume, and they're looking up at like Vom. They're looking up at you, and they're like, "Mister, you're really tall. And what's that on your face?"
I ignore them.
But like one of them kind of like tries to like reach up for like your trunk.
I like slowly push them away with my trunk.
I'm still a beaver.
Oh yeah, dude. The other
And-
two, there's 2 of them are like enthralled by you.
Well, that's what I was gonna be like, oh, you just care about this guy? I'm a beaver. Like, come on.
Yeah, once they realize you're moving, and like not just like a stuffed beaver, like one of them comes up and gives you like a huge hug.
I give him a hug back, and then me and the Schwinga just start doing Fortnite dances with the kids.
So the kids are dancing, and they're having a
I make sure
we're
that
default
Lily
dancing.
is nice and safe where they can't mess with him.
yeah. So Mimsy comes back in, Nimsy, and she sees you dancing. Oh, you didn't have to do that. That's very nice of you. Well, here you go. And she hands the recipe card to Vom. She says, "They don't have to be halfling shaped, but I always feel like it's a nice touch."
Tabletop, I would die for Nemsy. Nim's fantastic. That's all.
Well, if you ever feel like coming back, you're always welcome here. We're a little town. We don't really have a whole lot going on other than the logging, a little bit of fishing. And well, the inn went under a couple of years ago, so it's just kind of been abandoned. If you ever want to open an inn, we've got space. We've got an open inn.
Good to know.
Oh.
We might need to come back here and rest from the moose adventure.
Oh, so you're gonna go after the moose?
Well, we're gonna go after Macretus, and we'll see if the moose,
Well, all right. Well, just be careful and well, good luck, friends. And she gets up and she like shakes your beaver paw or your hands or your finger. All right, kids, let's let our new friends go. Well, my door's always open. Let me know if you need anything. And she starts to like scurry the kids on. She's like, you have to do your homework. We need to work on the arithmetic tables.
The arithmetic. Nice.
Yeah, so you're all kind of left in her foyer for a moment. You gonna head on out, or are we waiting around?
I wanna
see
head
if
on
you have
out.
Any other questions?
No, I want to go.
I don't give a fuck. I'm here to kill
Okay.
moose.
Yeah, I'm actually super pumped to run into this moose.
I think Morgan's like, I want to stay here and live with Nimsy.
I do want to live with Nimsy. This is Rinaldi retires. Just
Live by the
lives
water.
with Nimsy for the rest of her life.
I will point this out. The inn that she was talking about is called the Ramshackle. It is located there. So if you guys do want a space on the water, it's all yours.
Where is her house?
She's
Her
like right-
house is
I imagine it's the one with the 420. Oh no, it's like in the.
there.
Oh, okay, I had it right. Okay, you
Yep.
just had the text there. Cool. Well, that sounds amazing. Would love to live on the coast.
All right, so you guys heading out,
Yep.
heading back out. All right, out
We're going that way.
into the woods,
Wildy.
out into the wilderness. Just want to take a quick check on what we're thinking for time.
I'm happy to stop now, and I'm happy to give it another 30 if you guys want. Or stop.
Mark is tired.
Mark is tired.
We stop.
Be down to stop here.
All right, so we will call it there as you all look down the path into the Lonelywood forest.